Here we are, week 23 of the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge, and a real challenge it has been for me this week. I started off doing something a little bit different. Instead of my 4x6-inch index card, like the size of a postcard, I cut out the same postcard size from a white piece of cardboard to address the white space as one of the prompts. Here I have a key with the word dream printed into it. Then as a building I chose a church from the town I have been born in, Hamburg. It calls Michel. Then here I have a Pegasus unicorn creature for something magical. This is a whiteout tape as an office supply. And the bonus, a tissue paper. I had at one point with acrylic paint made these marks on the tissue paper, and I thought it might be an interesting addition for this week's collage postcard. Okay, let's start with some fussy cutting. And I learned, here's my mat and my craft knife to do the fussy cutting with my craft knife instead of trying again to use my scissors. But in saying that, I really would like to learn to use scissors to do this fine cutting. I saw some of the ladies doing this, and they do this incredible fine work with scissors. I don't know how they do this, but I really would like to learn this. Okay, here's my key. I like to use some Distress Oxide ink to go around the corners and the sides. This way it's easy to hide some white spots that come from the cutting. I like this little trick to make it look a little bit nicer. Here, something magical. I find this week's collage challenge really challenging, actually. I would have liked to have some magical inspiration to make some beautiful collage out of it. I struggle with this week's challenge. I don't know if should it go under or in between, or maybe if I make a cut into the clouds or the mist here next to the Pegasus unicorn and push the tower of the church through. Maybe that is a nice idea, that it looks as if it peeks through the clouds. Yeah, maybe that could work. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Okay. And the key. It starts to feel not like a dream, more like a nightmare of trying to get some balance or some cohesiveness into this collage. Maybe if I try a little bit of the mark with the tissue paper. I really like using tissue paper with some paper marks on it, because when you glue the tissue paper down, it becomes transparent, so you can look through it, and so it looks then as if it's just this black paint marks. Here I'm using Mod Podge to glue this down. It's addressing the prompt tissue paper. let's see, maybe that's a start. I'm not sure. I'm not sure with this postcard this week. I wonder if I should abandon this idea. Maybe I finish, and I try to be curious about what comes out of it. So, but I feel a little bit disheartened at this point. Yeah, maybe. I keep going, and I try to allow the process to unfold. So I have been surprised before. Sometimes I really don't know where this collage will go or why I do what I do, but maybe I can just relax into it and just play a little bit around with these prompts. Yeah, cutting the leftover bits and pieces to see how it looks as a postcard, to look at the composition as a whole. Okay. It's such a weird, I don't know. It is maybe if I tuck the key under it, under the wing. Yeah, maybe that will work. Yeah, maybe it's not really convincing me. Maybe if I use the white out to add a little bit of more to the card. Okay, I'm adding, I just continue. I will just continue with this postcard and see where it takes me. Okay, it's not convincing me. Maybe if I use a little bit of inking around the sides with black archival ink to get it together, and I can see that the printed dream in the key is not really visible, and maybe if I draw it down it might tie everything a little bit more together, because it has a dream-like quality, the entire postcard, as if it is out of a different dimension, and it is weird. It is like going around with a black marker. It has some darkness to it, this postcard, some blackness, some harshness. I don't know. Still doesn't like it. Okay, let's try to go with a white Posca pen over it, over the dream. This week's collage, as I said, it is a real challenge, and while I'm doing it, debating if I should just abandon the project. But then I thought, no, like the little saying I'm putting on the bottom, live, create, tell the story. I decided I will tell the story. I let you know about my journey around it. And as all of my postcards have the brown distress oxide ink around it, I will finish this card off in the same way. And maybe it ties in a little bit the church tower, the key, and yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's have a look at the prompts. Here's the key with the dream on it. A building, it's the Michel, the church tower from my hometown. Here's the white space behind. The something magical is my unicorn Pegasus. The white out as office supply and the tissue paper behind it. Live, create, tell the story. Yes, my story wasn't easy this week, but I decided to tell it nevertheless. If you appreciate this kind of video, please do me a favor and subscribe. Press the notification bell so that you get notified of my next videos. And I hope you enjoyed yourself nevertheless. And I wish you a wonderful day. Bye for now.